In Chapel Hill, they love to say if the good Lord's not a Tar Heel, why did he make the sky Carolina blue? Glad to have you with us. Kenan Stadium in Chapel Thrill and home to the North Carolina Tar Heels. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the North Carolina Tar Heels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So North Carolina's offense will have the first possession of the game. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
On second down, wants to throw. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. He'll pull it on the read. The Tar Heels get it past the sticks. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Quickly complete. Oh, what a move to get room. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there. Incomplete. The score. After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. He'll throw on third down. Fires to the tight end. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Back to the air one more time. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. From inside the 10, here he comes. Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. And good coverage.
To the wideout.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Getting some heat. Using his feet to buy time. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down. And the Tar Heels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quick strike complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. It's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Notre Dame's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks, because he got nothing after the catch. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They'll go right back to him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Irish send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points.
The expressway is wide open. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. This time it's complete. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Tar Heels come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Caught behind the line. It's Singletary. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. He's looking downfield to throw. He'll get rid of it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is even bigger. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll run the toss. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Powers through the defender. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They're bringing heat. He makes a catch. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
On the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Looking for room. It's Singletary. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loses 2. Brings up 2nd down.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Right back to it. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Using the quick game. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look and the replay booth will overturn the call. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. And the Tar Heels will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Caught in the backfield, it's McDonald. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. 3rd and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead's extended a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UNLV looks like the best show on the Vegas Strip right now. What a dazzling offensive showcase. They're up by 21 over the Sharks. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Notre Dame lines up quickly. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Offense in the hurry up. Off the play fake. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after him, was able to make the tackle for loss.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. They'll try to run for it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And they decide to trot out the kicker. It is good.
That makes the score North Carolina 16, Notre Dame 3.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Fakes his man out. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the first. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Looking for space. It's Singletary. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got it in the middle. It's McDonald. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They'll operate out a split back.
At the 16-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Handoff from the shotgun. Able to get one down to the 15. A 3rd and long coming up here.
15-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the connection. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Quarterback will audible. Trying to seal the edge on the right. On the move at the 30. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Not overly complicated, not something the OC spent the whole summer designing. I take the ball, and I toss it to my fast guy, get him on the perimeter, block it up good. My wide receivers commit to blocking, and boom, make a big play.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Looking left. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He makes the grab. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. They'll throw it on first down. Makes a connection. Tackle is made after the first down. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you got to be dialed in. You got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting it in tight windows is tough to do, and he failed on that play right there.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Woo, that linebacker sacked that quarterback, and he was on him quicker than a hiccup.
Yeah, and you see quarterbacks back there pointing and telling the offensive line who to block, and, well, it didn't work, okay? He was not prepared for that. He comes scot-free, and the quarterback pays the consequences for that one.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Now on the return. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, a magnificent broadcast so far there today in Chapel Hill. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys there on Stadium Drive at Keenan Memorial.
And the Tar Heels will line up to kick off and start the second half. Oh, no guts, no glory. He's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start the third quarter with the run. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold it.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They want to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Running toward the tape. He's at the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Number 7.
And man, what a game-changing type play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Florida State is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days when Bobby Bowden walked the sidelines, this has not been a blowout today in Tallahassee. They're up by a field goal over Kent State.
Looking to go up top on first down.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you need to know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Wants to fire on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. The Tar Heels line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 30. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Going up top on first down. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's complete on the right side. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we've got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Short gain on the play before he slides. And the Tar Heels decide to punt it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. And back to the air on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him to you? In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this third and short. He's got an open man. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
The Tar Heels want to crank the tempo. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Pocket starts to collapse. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop, but the swing, pull, and catch is plenty to give them a first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Run in the red zone. It's Singletary. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He wants to pass it on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Singletary. Bulldozes him. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They'll run for it on third and short. Touchdown, North Carolina! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Snapped it in the shotgun. And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sacked on the 2-point try.
That keeps the score. North Carolina 22, Notre Dame 17.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. They'll go to the air on third and short. Firing to the right, complete. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Tackle is made at the 37. First down.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
On second down, they'll take to the air. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. They'll run play action. Going for 6. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. It's caught. Never seems to take the big hit, finds enough room to get to the 29. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires downfield. It's caught. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Notre Dame right back to the line. And another huge play in the passing game. Shades of Golden Tate or Will Fuller. That yards per catch can be off the charts.
I mean, you're talking about a guy that can go deep and make.
Touchdown, Irish! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Up by 1, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. They'll try to blast their way in. He gets it into the end zone for the 2, and now they lead by a field goal. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
North Carolina, 22.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Gonna run it. It's Singletary. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He'll keep it himself. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Now on second down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. On the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd down.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Pressure coming. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. And they swarm him under.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
And he'll be smacked to the ground. Kick the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on 3rd down, and life is much better. They'll try to power their way ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Here come the Irish back on offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Gain of 21 on the play. And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Fights his way for a couple, but stopped short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. The Irish send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Didn't help themselves much on 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 20. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him for the sack.
And I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
The Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets a block. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll throw it on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's got his man. Makes the catch and knock down. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. Pulls it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that latest touchdown pass, might be a good time to mention Brady Quinn threw 6 touchdown passes against BYU. That record might be in jeopardy.
And that's a good day. If you're starting to talk about that already, you know he's spinning it. He's in the zone. He's feeling it, reading the defense, everything coming out on target. He is having himself a day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Iowa State is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a close game. They're up by 7 over South Alabama. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On second down, he'll let it fly. The quick out. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Skips away from pressure. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Tar Heels will hustle to the line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, safe.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Finds his man down the middle. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A+ level of football. You saw a nice completion on that last 3rd.
triple play.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Caught near the sticks. It's McDonald. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal. Looking to throw. Floats it out in space. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Absolutely perfect.
You got all 3 timeouts left in your back pocket. You're down a possession here late in the fourth quarter. You do not have to kick an onside kick. Trust your defense. You use your timeouts wisely. You can have a lot of time left on offense to go and win this game.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitz, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. Line gets set, first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. That's reeled in. It's McDonald. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. On second down, looking to throw. Got his man down the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to it. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, UNC.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Did you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. He's looking to throw it. It's complete to the left. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Grab near the marker is Anderson. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. To the air on first down. Shoots it to the left. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. The offense really couldn't ask for much more than this, Jesse.
You're right. With this much time on the clock, David, the playbook's wide open. You don't have to just be throwing it every down. You can sprinkle in some runs, too.
And you find out what your quarterback's about. Big time, prime time moment. You got the ball, tie game, you want to go win, make some plays for the big dog.
Got his man. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Wants to throw on first down. Nice move to keep moving. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. It's good. Celebration erupts on the sideline as they take the lead in the final seconds.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker. And he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights. And, David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They bring him down. A last gasp effort on that return comes up empty, and that's going to do it for this one. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.